Boy, that's actually pretty loud, huh? Oh yeah, that's pretty loud. Just fix that up. Nice and good. Make it all nice and neat. I'm not actually doing anything, I'm just saying words. They all have gray eyes. Is that normal? Not brown or anything, they're all gray. Maybe it's just the lighting. At least on this screen, they all have gray eyes. Let me remember to do this before I forget about it. Detecting stuff. Perfect. That'll work perfectly. I can just listen to this music for a second. Be fine. There we go. That seems good now. So, hello, one and all, people of the universe. I finally got a blue Joy-Con. Finally got one. And now it is paired with my yellow one. Yellow and blue goes together like glue. Or something. I have one. So, yeah, is there any options I'd care about? Just the text skip settings. Just sound effect volume, BGM, vibration. The weird. Just text box transparency. Yeah, we'll make it a little. Let the language to play in. I mean, English is usually good. I don't think this has voice acting. Pretty sure it's just text boxes, but you know. I guess I'll leave that single skip. No, that should be fine. Anyways, let's start this. So we have Ace Attorney, Justice for All, Trials and Tribulation. So we're playing the first one to start with. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Am I selecting something here, or? Okay, yeah, I am. Wasn't sure. We got something to go here, though. Gasp. Unless it's a girl. No, a girl's dead. Damn it, why'd me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. That random guy right there that looks like an anime character. I'll make it look like he did it. It's delightfully devilish. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. What do I give the main character that'll be in all 3 of these games? What's a voice I can easily do that would be good? Boy, am I nervous. Right. Hi, Chi. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Give the sidekick girl and the Phoenix Wright a waifu voice? I mean, I'll probably just use my other side, my leafy voice as I call it. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you know the defendant before the case? Yes. It's not a conflict of interest, don't worry. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. It sounds like a conflict of interest, and we should take you off the case right away if we were actually doing legal things in this attorney game. I want to help him out any way I can. I just, really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. Oh no, this is some random guy? My life, everything. It's over. I don't know. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. What would be better? Something better for him? Death, despair. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. His name is Butts. Nick! Hey. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? No, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Ah, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspaper says it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. It's like, you know, butts. He just smells like butts. He has a butt face. We don't like to talk about it. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case. To clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom, number 2. Oh yes, court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Whose name is Butts? The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial would decide the fate of your client, the butt guy. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, palms sweaty. I didn't even eat Mom's spaghetti. Eyesight fading. The test will simply consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. It's Larry Butts. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. You're not a complete dummy. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, What's the victim's name? Huh. I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. It's, wait. No. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim.
Oh wait, that's him. Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I'm testing you guys. This is a reverse test. It's fine. Flip side.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R button to check it any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in the case?
Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death. 7:31, 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Mayfair is my girl here that's helping me out. My boss. Larry Butts is the guy, the defendant. Cindy Stone. Cindy Stone. They throw Cindy Block in there to confuse you. It's Cindy Stone. Don't worry, John. The Phoenix Wright turning into a girl suddenly is a different case.
The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. No, tell me. What was the cause of death? She died because of what? She was struck once by a blunt object. That's correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor. I don't remember what voice I gave him already. He's an unimportant person.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue, the Thinker. I found laying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the courtroom record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition we have in court. Use the R button to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Oh god, I'm dying.
Hang on. Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help in your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Like how he wants to die and kill himself, like he already said, and how he wanted to be said to plead guilty. Might be a problem.
I just needed a cough drop. It's okay now. Larry gets excited easily, though, so he's probably gonna ruin this whole thing for us. Anyway.
Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim recently dumped you? Hey, you watch it, buddy. We are great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony.
Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumb. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. And I was stalking her. And I had all these personal ads that described her murder, and it was normal stuff. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, it's all lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the courtroom record.
Yes. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, all the men who give her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude.
We can clearly see what kind of woman Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Alright. I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah.
Wrong voice. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I
wait and see what happens? Stop him for answering. Killer doesn't even know all these stuff. What do you think, John? The chief says stop him, but should I just wait and see? We know he is infatuated with her. Will it turn poorly? Should I just try and trust it? I don't know. It's like a 50-50. If he talks, he may prove others points to him.
Might be better not to get involved in this one.
Well, Mr. Butts. Okay, yeah, see? They're just showing that he would get mad, though, so that would make him look like more of a killer, so that's why. Yeah. Dude, no way. That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna drop dead. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. What?
I didn't even get to read all of that. Yeah, can I reread that? Don't have a log? That like weirdly flashed and stuff too. That was weird.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motives is clear to everyone. Yes, quite.
No.
Oh boy. This is not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't.
What do I do?
Have him answer honestly.
I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I was there. I went...
If he doesn't tell the truth, it's lying in court, and that would just incriminate him further. He has nothing to hide because he didn't murder her, so he should tell the truth.
Well, Mr. Butts.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying?
The prosecutor would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies the matter. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
I don't know what to do for this prosecutor voice. He's just too generic.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecutor may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
I still don't know what to do for him. He needs to have like a norm natural voice, but Mr. Payne's probably only going to be in like this one thing, right? And then everywhere else.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Schwitt to the stand.
Hey, that's the murderer. We know he's the murderer, but Phoenix doesn't know.
Mr. Schwitt, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh, yes, newspapers, yes.
Mr. Schmidt, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Witness testimony? Witness account. Testimony. You don't know if he is, but in general, the other people you're versing against, you'll meet talking, know them, against them a lot. Well, I'm pretty sure this is like the tutorial case anyways, but they showed in the opening cutscene that this guy killed her, so that's how we know it's him.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her laying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quilled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant, sitting right over there.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
That was a weird, courtman voice.
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during blackouts?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Miss Schwitt used was one of these. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your personal perusal.
Electricity to Mr. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Blackout record at the courtroom.
Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor.
All right. You would have thought you would figure this out in law school, since it's like one of the first things you hear about. But this is the real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do? I never went to law school, I just came into the courtroom today.
I thought I had the anime look down, so I figured it... Anyway,
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony that witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Open the courtroom record with the R button and point out the contradictions in the testimony.
My hands don't have an R button. Okay, so we need to look at the things one at a time and figure out the evidence here. Phoenix really did become a lawyer just like 20 minutes ago. So, obviously the time of death thing would be the main thing to look at. He said he saw him at 1 p.m. and that contradicts this already, because it says the time of death was at 4 p.m. So right away we know that's the problem. But is there anything else that would say it? Passport on 30th. From noon to 6 p.m. the phone was cut out also. That might be important later, but I don't think it's important right now. I think for the autopsy report, the time of death will be the important part here. I'm not gonna reread this again, it's the same thing, we're just gonna look at it normally. This voice right now is inside of Phoenix's mind, don't worry about it. Got him. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. For certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe, you piece of absolute trash. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain the 3-hour gap?
This trivial... the witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Schwitt, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Time of death is important. How can he see death at 1 p.m. when she died at 4?
Yeah, exactly. Oh wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
Time of discovery.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m.
Yeah, exactly, John.
I'm terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
Yeah, your prosecutor, dude, the person that, you know, brought you here, he actually helped me here himself.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
Yeah, I got this. Don't worry. It's not my first time in a courtroom. Really, though? I just walked in here like 5 minutes ago. I don't even know who you are, lady.
Anyway.
Hold it right there, you absolute piece of garbage. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard the television, or a video.
But... well,
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Schmidt? Schmidt?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. She probably had a giant backup generator. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Schmidt? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught.
Does he have a toupee?
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been a shock finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Schmidt. Let's hear your testimony one more time, please.
So then I killed it. I mean...
Yeah, that's like first thing.
Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment wasn't there. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there. Wait, what? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
Oh, jeez.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. You know that even I'm kind of like, man, this guy's really dumb.
Gladly. I mean, the judge is letting the prosecutor handle it. Stuff. There was a table clock in the apartment. This is it. Wait just a moment. Like, how many times do we actually have to go over this? Like, this one's kind of sadder than the last one. You think you would at least try a little bit. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Like, literally, we showed it during the case. Were you, like, not here? I'm pretty sure you have to be here. You were, like, right over there. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
Oh, what? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Schmidt.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
Oh, is it a clock? Doesn't look like it's a clock. But would he know? This song is playing the more you know. The more you know it's serious.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilted and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
But only the murderer would know such a thing.
Yes, I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness' testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Yes.
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. And that was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Schwitt. This filthy piece of garbage. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandably, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim, the voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
The clock I heard, no, I mean I saw, and
He threw his toupee at him.
Shut us up, Breed. Shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn, give him death.
Order. Order in the court, I see.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shadow of evidence supporting the defense's claim.
Mr. Wright. Your Honor. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? Okay, says writing. On this, I better think it through carefully. Your Honor. The sound Mr. Schwitt heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply
Try sounding the clock, ask the neighbors, examine the clock's batteries. Would the clock's batteries tell me anything? Would I just say examine the clocks? I guess it would be better to...
Let's sound the clock, now. Here in this courtroom. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully.
I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Schwitt heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Schwitt, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about now?
While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Darn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical...
Stupid thing.
It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yeah, my antivirus picking up a virus program. No, normal stuff.
Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness, unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Schwitt.
I came all the way down here to testify, and look what happened. You treat me like a criminal. You lawyers are all the slime.
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Schwitt.
Mia? I mean, Chief?
Listen up, Wright. Don't you throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you still can't win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, you'll have your proof. Right. Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Wait. Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere. You can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found any evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves the clock was running slow.
My attorney badge. You should just become a lawyer. Yeah, John, right? If I can think of these things far ahead. I mean, do they say the statue has batteries? Or do we just say the fact that it had... the power was out from noon to 6 p.m. You said the statue read 1 p.m. So it'd be the blackout record, I feel like. Proves why the clock was running slow. The report autopsy is the correct answer. That feels wrong. If it's 3 hours behind and it struck her head. Well, yeah, but that doesn't prove why it was running slow. They want to know why it was running slow. They already know that this makes sense time-wise. Like, they get it. He killed her. They want to know why it was running slow in the first place, though. But I don't know if the game's logic would think of that. Would they go like, repeat yourself, use this, and think the same steps that you would? Or would they go the higher thing and say like, oh no, she had the reporting thing, it would make more sense this way, and... Actually no, this would make the most sense. What am I thinking? The time difference?
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day of the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Schwitt. Or should I say, Mr. I Did It.
He foams at the mouth and tries. I didn't even think about that at first until I was like, wait, she had a passport, right? She went to Paris. There's time difference. I didn't even think about that. But then it connected. Yeah, the clock had batteries, so it wouldn't make sense for the blackout thing. It'd make more sense for the time difference thing.
Order in the court, I see. Well, that guy foamed at the mouth. I think he's dead. His case turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty.
I've wanted a puzzle game for a while, so this game might be actually pretty fun to do. Kind of wondering how long these types of games will go.
And with that, the court is adjourned. You can all go F off. I'm going to sleep. It turns out that Frank Schwitt was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of their house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Schwitt left himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Schwitt grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. This game is interesting. You can't even do your schoolwork because you're watching this intently. Honestly, figuring out the passport thing gave me chills. It was just the dumb quick realization of, oh wait, time differences, right. I was trying to think of the logic of the game at first, but then I realized I was being dumb.
I still can't believe we won.
Right, good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end in such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong with you?
Ah, Nick.
I like how his name is Nick Phoenix. Phoenix Wright's name is Nick Phoenix. That's a very powerful name. And how come they have, like, American names? It doesn't make it clear. Are they supposed to take... Is this game supposed to take place in, like, a weird pseudo-Japan-America crossbreed? Just fake place, but it has Japanese culture in it? Is it the whole, Metal Gear? Metal Gear idea? Everything just kind of melded into one?
Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Windies. Gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was a gold digger. She deserved to die. It's all okay. We get rid of a criminal and a gold digger at the same time. Just think of it like that.
Right side kick is a Japanese girl and a Japanese rep. Yeah, whatever works. I mean, this lady right here has like the Japanese Oni necklace thing. Whatever those are called. I know they're used in like Buddha and Shinto religion or something. Anyway.
Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically hear the headlines. Harry Butts is innocent.
His name is Larry, a brother.
Thanks, I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. You could give me a free lunch. At least. Like, give me a sandwich or something. Even a soda. I would be okay with anything. I don't get paid for this. I'm actually an intern. Actually, I'm not supposed to be here, and I'm probably gonna get arrested for not having a law degree.
Oh, hey, here, take this. It's a present. It has blood on it still, but you'll like it. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry?
Larry, why are you my friend?
Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not sympathizing. Sympathizing, yeah. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves she felt about him?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock that you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
What? Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. She's frickin' dead now, so who cares?
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better. That the girl that just died actually cared about him and wasn't just a scumbag. Probably would make anyone feel better.
Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We really never know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. In order. Right, listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. You can take off the blindfold now. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know why you're doing that. Why are my pants off?
Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah, innocent butts.
Speaking of hairy butts, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least. His name is Larry, though, right? Like seriously? Yeah, it's Larry. It says so in the case files. You read those, right?
You'll have to tell me about it some more sometime. Maybe over drinks. Or over me.
So my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia." Did we do this for free? Are we, like, actual Attorney General people? Like, are we the court lawyers that get appointed by the court? So we're government ones? I don't know. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.
Well, I guess she's dead. A brand new episode has been added. I guess we'll see how this goes. Solve the case in an hour. I wonder if all these hour cases are, if they'll start getting longer progressively. I assume they'll get longer. I'm pretty sure this has like point and click elements. I get like phlegm in my throat. Hello, this is Maya. Oh wait, no. Mia and Maya? Oh yeah, I think they're sisters or something. I don't know. Hey Maya, it's me. Is this an important girl? I'll just give her the Luffy voice. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. Well, that's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you, right? Sharp as ever, as always. Sharp as ever, as always. Yeah. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's, well, a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue of the Thinker. It tells the time. I thought you might like it. You've always liked toys.
Oh?
Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Probably. Now. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in the pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis. But I expect dinner, something good, like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. I could go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. It has to be like a weird pseudo-America, Japan combined together, right? Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yup, I'll be waiting, Maya. Or dead.
It was recorded September 5th. Now it's September 5th still, but it's 8:57 p.m. I don't know who this is. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers.
I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have.
Miss Fay, you are a poor liar, I say. Why, I see right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers.
How do you know?
Ho, you are not configuous my background? Gathering information is my business, you see.
I should have been more careful.
Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I am so very, very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask for you one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay.
Exclamation point!
Yeah, that looks like a good voice for him.
Red, white, and blue. We're the true American heroes.
Meanwhile, September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law offices. Waifu with huge bazoonga's dead right away.
Hello, I'm late. I shouldn't have put that bread in my mouth. That's strange. The chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia, maybe she's in our office. That smell. Blood.
Sis.
Someone's there.
Oh. You still alive?
Chief? Chief! Who are you? A strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. Went back to the chief, where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally, she was cold. Chief. It's encrusted with dry blood. Ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice luxurious place. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of a glass light stand.
Get all the evidence you can right away.
Chief. It's hard seeing her like this. If there are any clues here... She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be a piece of the glass. Light laying unbroken in the back of the room. Nothing else seems like a clue here. A piece of paper must have fallen out of Maya's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Maya write this? Mia? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police. And find out what that girl is doing here. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt object. She died instantly. Okay, that's more. Oh.
That's a lot of people. But hello, random folk. And thank you for the host, Terrified Pretty. I know you've been doing Mario Maker a lot lately. Is that what you're still up to?
That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Oh no. I hope she didn't run on me. Yeah, yips. Who says yips? Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here.
Maya. Maya Fey.
Maya? Faye? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. Never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside of the courtroom.
Boom. Viewer requests are tough. Yeah, I figure that. I know a lot of people make some pretty weird episodes, to say the episodes, some pretty weird levels.
Before Maya died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt.
That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name?
Please, just calm down.
Why would Sis write my name?
I don't know. Now I've done it. I better hurry up and call the police. Is there like a phone around here, or like anything?
Anything else that I can have as evidence?
You couldn't cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to. Few can gaze upon the shelves without feeling insignificant. The reception desk. I usually sit here.
He was just for a receptionist at first. Oh, yeah, there was a phone right here. Okay. I didn't even notice that. Actually, is there anything else I can look at here?
The Fay & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money.
And also, hello, Roth Sophie? Is that how you say that? Can I just say Roth? I don't know if I pronounced that wrong, but let me know if I did. And yes, hopefully we'll have plenty of objections. The tutorial trial was pretty fun with that.
A perfectly normal office desk. The chief had very particular policy about office decor. Spend big on stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used was this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing.
She just got the old CRT model. Roth is fine. Rothsoff, that rhymes. You like the name Rothsoff, though? Well, whatever works for people. But I will stick with Roth, then.
All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings.
Is there anything else? None of the papers on the ground are important? Oh wait, what about this?
The chief's chair. A simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too.
Looks like that's all the evidence, so I guess we just need to make the call.
Right. I'd better call the police. Probably good to do. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through talking. I'm taking it apart.
Taking it apart. Interesting.
Police! Please come.
Wait, what? I don't know which one that is. Was that the police saying they were the police? Or was it Maya saying there was police? Question mark stuff will elude me.
What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand.
Slide on over. I can't just wave to the lady. Can't say hey. This is why good people go to jail. People saying false stuff from assuming. This reminds you, you still need to see a live-action Ace Attorney movie. There's a lot of live-action junk. I know that it also got an anime a while ago.
The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Generic police voice.
Oh jeez. Does your name have to be that?
Alright. I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. See? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, kay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have... Nah. Whoa! 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 Excuse me. This word, Maya, here, mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this. The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down her killer's name.
Killer, I'm not...
Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, man.
What?
Well, we did it. We saved everyone. The killer's put to justice.
Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible.
September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room.
Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. 'Cause she is one. We all knew it.
Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
Good morning. She looks so tired.
Are you going to be my attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you. Of course I will. Sorry, not a chance.
I mean, it is up to her.
I better give it to her straight. It's up to you.
Up to me?
Yes. I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here.
They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office. You looked at me like I had done it.
Did I look at it like that? No, I never thought that. I mean, I kind of knew it, but I didn't think it. I didn't vocalize it, okay?
It's okay. I understand. I mean, just look at me. I look like I kill people every week. And I've also heard about you.
Heard? What have you heard about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day.
HD Maya looks so different with those clean lines. Just put the airbrush across it.
Today was the day my junior partner's first time. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on the edge the whole time. It's been a while. So he crashed and burned? No, he's a genius. It was like he was playing some kind of video game. One of those strike fears in the hearts of evil type. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, so he sounds like it was a lot of fun. Well...
No, I actually have to read the names now.
Well, I know... well, I know who to go for if I ever...
wait, this is the other one. Why do their names have to be almost the same? It's just the IA, or they're like the same person, doesn't matter.
Well, I know who to go to if I get in trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty.
Wow, wait over the point of confidence.
That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you.
Maya's name backwards is chicken in my language. That's interesting. Is it because she's a chicken? No, I don't know. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Since we have Nick Phoenix over here, that is a completely normal name to have, and Dick Gumshoe also, which is also a completely normal name to have.
No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But, at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia...
I know.
This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy.
Can we break her out of there?
Smile for the camera.
Can't look at the chair. See how comfy it is?
There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes?
What's with that outfit?
Oh, this? This is what all the acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say.
Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do?
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training.
A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange.
This game turns into Payday 2 and now you're Rob Banks. That would be interesting. Different.
So, you're an acolyte, or a medium in training.
That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world.
Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So, Mia was into this stuff too?
Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too.
I had no idea. Wait.
What?
So, you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that?
Yes, in training.
Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training.
You know, the thing is, though, that Phoenix didn't question that at all. So does that just mean that in this world, that kind of stuff is just real? It's not anything crazy, he just outright believes it, just like, oh, okay. That could help for this case then, you should ask. It's nothing to question or anything.
I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought it would be too easy. Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yes. That clock shaped like the Thinker.
The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it.
Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things.
Well, that seems pretty important.
Spirits, Japanese, American together, big giant dragons, Neo Sekiro probably exists. Yeah, this is a few years after Sekiro. After Neo, when Willy Samurai decided to join the nations together, and everything just kinda naturalized. The law systems weirdly blended together.
So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it.
Right. Oh, I just remembered that the detective took my cell phone. You know, I'm kind of in a detention center, so it makes sense. If you were a real lawyer, you'd probably know that, though.
Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him that right away.
I'll write you a note, so you don't forget, okay?
Sure, thanks.
Mia's memo. A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone.
Huh? Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me?
No, I'm your lawyer.
Sure.
Sure, why not? I'll go ask.
Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to.
Say, what about your parents?
They're all freaking dead.
I see. Don't worry, leave it to me.
Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10.
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What if this guy refuses?
It told me that if I don't find one, that the state will pick an attorney to defend me.
Well, when will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 this afternoon.
And visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right, I'll be back.
I can ask more.
Sorry, I know it must be hard.
No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold an piece of evidence for upcoming trial.
Think o'clock, very married. Yeah, why are they saying the same thing? Oh, wait, this is different. 9. Yeah. At 9.
The lights were off, and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister.
Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear from now.
So she found her at 9, and she was murdered at, like, what, like, almost 7 or something? Or, like, 8-ish, something like that? I don't know.
I wanted to ask you about the murder weapon.
Poor sis.
Better not ask about this now. We can do that later. We're not even an attorney right now. I guess I have to go here. Imagine if the murder weapon was once again the statue. I mean, it was, but I wanted to see if the stuff was left out.
According to the receptionist, the big hoss is out. She couldn't say when he would be back. Must be hard to keep track of anything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter.
Got an elephant?
Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves. Filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to keep it... polish to a deep luster. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case. And if I'm not mistaken, that later's made of solid gold. Even if I can tell someone here's got money to burn.
Okay, little show-offy.
Expensive-looking potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available.
You always gotta look, just in case there's evidence around. Who knows if this guy's the killer? We don't know. Well, apparently there's nothing here. September 6th. Banco office.
The office is filled with police officers. They're all busy searching for clues. Hey, you there.
Yeah, I was right.
This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that, Butts guy, aren't you? No. Phoenix Wright. You can call me Nick Phoenix.
Is his whole name Nick Phoenix, right? I guess he calls him Nick because abridged, you can call it Nick Phoenix. Nick, you know. And that's still weird to abbreviate it that way. But whatever.
How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Guess I got the wrong name. Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy. He was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you,
Suede shoes? Gumtree? No, I know his name.
Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick.
Hey Dick, get over here.
Yes, sir. Be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? You got business here, you better do it quick.
He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Little does he know, I'm completely new. Anything else I can look at? Maya's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing is missing is Maya. Maya's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordyline citrica, pal. What was that? Just some random person? The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Obviously that girl we saw is probably going to give testimony or something. Don't we want to question her at some point, or not? Not that we're her prosecutor, or attorney, or whatever. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that that made Maya cry when she saw it. We'll have to check it out one of these days. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. Nothing out of the ordinary, it looks like. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy?
You want to know the results, eh? Now don't look. No, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see her report, but that's all. Wait, what?
Time of death. September 9th. 9 p.m. Single blood force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Doesn't that seem wrong already? If she wrote her name in blood? Isn't the autopsy report already wrong? About Maya.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, this is one trial you aren't going to win.
Why do you say that?
The city's prosecutor put Edgeworth on the prosecution.
Edgeworth? Sounds like an edgelord.
I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all.
Prosecutor Edgeworth.
That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you?
Of course. Never heard of him.
Whoa. You call yourself a lawyer, pal? About 4 years ago, this Edwards guy became a prosecutor at the age of 20. Everyone says he's a genius. Surprised you don't know him.
Of course I know him. I was just playing dumb. He's a cold, heartless machine who will do anything to get a guilty verdict. There are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is Edgeworth hates crime, with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Well, that's interesting. Ever since she was on the phone call with Maya, you most likely heard him say it. Maya. Or you knew Maya and her sisters. Through the name of Maya to pin the blame. You never know. You never know how these things will go. You don't really have anything for send him right now. At least I don't think. Is that all we could do here? Oh yeah, I wanted to show this to him.
I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that. I have that. Do you think... do you think could give it back? Oh, just a typo. Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. No, he's on to me.
Oh?
Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal.
That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like a boyfriend's. Cell phone holds all the little girl's sweetest and specialist secrets.
You're trying to confuse me or something, right? Sorry, pal, I already checked all the numbers in memory.
Impressive, you're quite the detective.
Uh-huh. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there, after all.
Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. That's pretty bad for a detective. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to.
You all done, pal?
Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now.
Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyer ways, pal.
Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. The witness?
Yeah, Miss April May.
April May?
I'm sorry about this. I can't tell you anything about her.
Well, you just told me her name, Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already?
You're trying your lawyery tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial.
So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try and get a detective to leak information.
You got that right, pal.
Time to pay Miss Maya a visit. Well, I guess I got something else to do. Guess we'll go see the witness and see if we can clear up something right away. Gateway Hotel. Room 303. What she got in there? Is she like a yeah girl?
Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said don't say anything to that lawyer, pal.
Memo to South. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making your job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one, which will probably be me. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey, what are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry into other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought we were going to explode for a second. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need to describe what you observed at the time of the incidents.
Oh, observe, incident. You sound like a lawyer in those movies. I like a man with big vocabulary.
Mississippi. Onomatopoeia. Hyperconductual generator. You know that thing that occurred, happened the other day? The bad thing. What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please.
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Could you... Just who exactly are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No, hey. I'm just doing my job here.
You know you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well... No. You had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television.
Oh, no, not me. I'm, just a lawyer. A lawyer detective, like in those other detective shows where the lawyer's the detective, also.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like noisy little lawyers.
Oh boy. The light summer sunset streams through the window. There's the Fay and Co. Law Office buildings, of course, and you can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. Interesting.
So was it planned? Was she put here on purpose?
Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. Caw. She sounds like that. Maybe later.
I guess that's all I'm gonna get out of her for now. I think I can present some stuff to her later, but...
Hey! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer?
Sorry, he's dead.
What?
Not really, I was kidding. I haven't seen him yet.
I see. I just have you as a trash lawyer.
I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. Hey, I got your cell phone back.
Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice?
That's depressing. Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Those were the last words her sister ever said to her. And it was about work.
Thank you. That was depressing.
Well, I did my job. This dude back yet? Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back.
What is the voice, though? I need to see his face to get an idea.
If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
Yeah. So you're the one they say has been looking for me?
Yes, that's me. It looks even grander than I imagined.
The badge on your collar. So you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes.
Then what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed.
Not busy.
And how come no one could get in touch with you?
Something matter? You came to see me, see the one and only Marvin Gooseberg, did you not?
I would just keep calling him Goose, it's gross.
Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey.
Yes, Mayor Fay, go on.
Why the strange reaction?
I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go on taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
But, wait a second. How'd you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her, sorry. End of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I could even get a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me, why wouldn't you take the case?
Well, you see, I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Maya Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course I knew that, however... I'm so sorry, but I must refuse, sorry. Goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
Not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
Well, what do you mean?
I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. I'm terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? That painting? That's quite a painting.
You noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale.
I'm not buying. Jeez. How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion and never looked back to that one.
Okay. Well, you got no lawyer. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention center, visitor room. Hiya. Yeah, so that dude's not gonna represent you. You're going to jail.
Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer?
Well... Yeah, I probably shouldn't tell her that stuff I was just thinking. Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones.
What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then.
What about your family?
I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is.
Don't know. So she could still be alive.
The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he He ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain.
So, you live by yourself?
Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, and also, I had to become an independent, or I would lose my powers.
Had become independent, not an independent. But she is independent anyways, but that's besides the point.
I feel bad for her, all by herself on that mountain. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother?
About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate.
Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim.
Wow. That's kind of sad and also fascinating. So what happened?
The case was solved, we thought.
You thought?
The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud and the media jumped on it big time. My mother became a laughingstock of the nation.
I see.
White.
Excuse me? What? You better follow this up correctly, else I might not be banned from Twitch.
That was his name, my sister told me.
White? The guy's name was just White?
Just a little longer now, before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her to go home?
Defend her.
I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not.
Why?
Why? Well... You aren't the culprit. Someone else is.
How do you know?
I have a hunch. Given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Maya was the killer. Actually, it wouldn't be now, but that's also besides the point. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's behavior was strange. Was that all an act? And the way that lawyer refused to help out Maya. But more than that... But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or lonely than that. I know. I've been there a long, long time ago. My tragic backstory when I had this weird shirt on. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
That's so kind of you.
Well, let's fight this one. And get you out of here.
Right, thank you.
She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer. It was when I tried to look in that drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. This is lying next to the chief's body.
I saw that too. They said they thought there were pieces of the broken light stand.
Yeah, that seems about right. Though I'd never heard of a glass light stand before this.
said she'd never seen it before. This is just the time of death. Oh yeah.
Remember that receipt?
You mean the one with my name on it?
Any idea why she...
Absolutely none. Do you trust me?
Actually, if her death was instantaneous, she wouldn't have been able to write her name. So that's either a contradiction, or it means someone placed the letter there with their own blood, so it wouldn't be hers. Or it is her blood and they just, you know, finger painted. But yeah, interesting.
I trust you.
Why?
Because you're in the sequels.
Oh. Don't you think I did it too?
No, I don't. You're in the sequels. It's just a hunch, but...
That detective thinks I did it.
I wanted to ask you about the murder weapon.
Where's this?
Oh, I still can't ask her about it? Weird. I wanted to ask her about it. Oh well. I guess we can't do that yet. Let's go back to here first.
Looks like Detective Gumshoe has gone home. The police are still keeping themselves busy in the chief's office. No one has time to talk to me. Guess I'll head out.
Well, there's nothing to really look at here. I had new things to say about the plant. Interesting. Nothing else though, right? Yeah, nothing. Well, she seems the most suspicious, obviously, so I guess we'll just go here first. Bellboy.
Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment at your service.
Oh, right.
I've just come up to deliver room service, sir.
Do you know where Miss May might be?
I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy.
Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why, it seems like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself. Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit.
I almost forgot.
You came back quick.
Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned.
Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name before? That was just told to me 5 minutes ago. Might be something.
White. That was his name. My sister told me.
White was the name of the guy who ruined me and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence?
Screwdriver.
There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There's definitely something suspicious about Miss May. Why would she have something like this in a hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean... you know what I mean.
Oh, bellboy, still there?
Oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court.
To be continued? Question mark. I still needed to talk to the other dude more, though. At least I wanted to. But oh well. He didn't have, like, the weird spirally hair, though, right? So I don't think, He might not have wanted to deal with the prosecutor, is why he didn't want to do it, is what I thought. But he might not be related to the murder. Unless he is. In which case, screw that guy. But we'll see if the testimony will give us sufficient evidence. I need to think of a good voice for Edgeworth.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or it'll be on me in an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this crime, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, let's begin then.
That was a pretty bad opening statement. What about my opening statement?
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor, the prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir,
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective. Detective.
It's so weird to say sometimes. Or at least switching voices between them can be awkward sometimes.
Detective Gumshoe. Please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found at the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to...
Oh wait, yeah, that was Edgeworth?
Loss of blood due to being struck by blunt objects, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir.
the court accepts the statue as evidence.
Yeah, they might not accept the wiretap as evidence, so it might fall through in court since we kind of got it illegally. But hopefully that won't matter.
They're still calling it a statue.
Floor plans added to the courtroom.
No, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Fea, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people already there.
Okay, so we can't do that. Well, we don't have cross-examination yet? Okay.
The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Miss Phoenix Wright.
Mr. Phoenix, right?
I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey.
Miss Maya Fey?
Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Simon what? Couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh! Smack. Oh. Hey, Maya, just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in Weston's testimony, she would bluff it in
Press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would known some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give it a try. We're still in tutorial, I guess. Just, more assertive.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I just had paper thrown at me. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. That part's probably fine. It's just describing her accounts. I saw Maya at the very moment of the murder.
This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence of the statements now related?
They aren't, are they?
Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations.
Weird. I can't make him say it to that stuff? Oh, I was just supposed to wait. Oops. I didn't know they were gonna make me wait like that. I thought I could press the thing like that. Oh, I see. They have the press button right there. I wasn't paying attention. That's my fault.
Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal. Don't play dumb, you know who. The call was from a customer at the Gateway Hotel, right across from the crime scene.
Okay, I pressed it. Not sure how much it did for me, though. Right, please continue. Are you absolutely sure it was us?
Listen up, pal. Your dumb act will only get you so far. With their funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you do stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene.
Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Yeah, what was the witness account? Hold on, just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
Indeed, you said it. Yes. Yeah, you said it.
Exactly. What about the suspicious woman Pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yeah, yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first. Very well, Detective, let your testimony again.
Hard evidence.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my very own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the body next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Now I have the contradiction for that.
How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor. Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm really embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I guess. Do it.
Find the memo, written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. And now he's spraying this on him.
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. Oh, what? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is the report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blood from a blunt object. She died immediately. But...
Oh wait, that's him?
But... No butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order. The defense does have a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When? It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being?
Oh. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blood from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way.
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see. Darn you, Edgeworth. You're so edgy and cool. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. It wasn't really something up your sleeve, it was just obeying the law and being updated on information that I should already have in court.
Why? Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say?
I'm a sham.
You're a sham. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you have to possibly request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No murder, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understand. The court accepts the evidence.
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes?
Damn, this isn't good.
Wait, we're calling the next witness already?
The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murderer with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April, take the stand.
Exactly. What part of her is innocent?
Cat girl's here, don't worry. Oh great, we got this.
Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service.
Order. An introduction should not require a reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Ah, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. He's already captured the heart of every man in the courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Geez, I was like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked at the window, you know? Even though I said before I was at lunch. Don't worry about it.
No. She didn't start with that. This is the actual testimony.
And then I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
Well, Your Honor.
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see the need to trouble the witness any...
Wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness attorney just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding teeny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well,
Yes, I'm doing it.
I'll gladly proceed with cross-examination, only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Why did you do that?
Huh? Like, why? Why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What, that's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, I have a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness.
Badgering?
You insist on needling her with all these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed.
I just don't want her bullying her. Order. Mr. Wright, have you've been warned? Poor girl. What about poor me?
You looked out the window. What did you see next? They both have long hair, though.
The woman long hair. That was... me, F.A.
Slender, sorta... Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing.
Your thing.
And the person attacking her. The messy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. I guess they don't let me use anything with a window. I should save this for now. I think this part will be important. The one attacking her was mostly... yeah, got that part. Oh.
She dodged. Dodged what?
Well, the attack.
Please, continue your testimony.
That's it. Nothing really jumps out as contradiction. Got to be something in there somewhere. I'd better just press on the facts a bit.
At least they let you restart it. I wonder how many times they let you do that. I can't badger her further, though. She doesn't say anything about the location. I don't know if they'll let me do this.
Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
It does. I don't see anything contradictory.
Brother? I did think before I made it, but I guess the game's thinking on a higher level than I am. They aren't letting me press on this thing anymore, though. You couldn't figure out why she was looking at the window.
How did you know she was the defendant?
I guess I didn't ask this.
Huh? Oh, well, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor.
He's right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Huh?
Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
It does stink. It does stink, John. It stinks pretty bad. You might need to get an air freshener in here, because it stinks. It stinks like Mia's blood on the floor, with her sister killing her. No.
Yes. What is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this. I mean...
Okay. If you had really noticed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Rawr. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Yes, John, sure.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn. I almost had her.
Almost.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran right off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with a weapon. I saw it. I did. And that clock, the kind of statuey clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of the report not startle you?
We didn't say it was a clock when we entered it into evidence.
I see. I only wish I had been detailed from the very beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
We gotcha.
Miss May. What you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder.
Hold on.
Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes, and that's what's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with the trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. You will just all your question, Mr. Wright.
But the questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue your question of the witness.
That was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would have been over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... Because I, heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time.
So you've been into law offices of Fay and Co.
No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
Law offices of Fay and Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... you were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in a building next door. You have proof that she could not? Amateurs, amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without proof, you have nothing. You are nothing. I mean, I have proof that she did hear it, but I wanted to show it in a different way. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard it. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand.
Indeed. An objection to state.
Time to switch directions, quick. No, Your Honor, I'm not ready to switch directions. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Wait, they just made me do the same thing again? Oh, wait, I had to say the other thing? Okay. I thought they were gonna let me show the proof. Your Honor, members of the court, it's inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. The clock is missing its clockwork.
How could you possibly?
Just take a look right now.
Oh,
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
it's as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar.
That?
Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on us for us, Mr. Wright. You knew the clock was empty. Somehow you knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask when was the clockwork removed? It was after a witness heard the clock, and then there's no contradiction. Oh, yeah.
That's true. That is a possibility. Clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove the clockwork was removed?
Impossible, of course. I have proof, actually. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves that when the clock was removed. That the clockwork was removed is... What do you say to that?
What? I don't really understand what that's supposed to mean.
I don't really understand either.
Oh wait, did I say the wrong one? Oops. What? Was I supposed to show him the phone call instead? I mean, yeah, I guess the phone call makes more sense, but I wasn't sure if they wanted me to do that or say the right wiretap thing first. I got the phone call thing. But I'm just saying. I was just picking the wiretap thing because she was saying that she heard the clock ring. Except she would only know that the clock rang in the first place if she heard it before, and she heard it before the wiretap. So she would have known if it went off from her window, and she would have been able to hear it then. So then that would just disprove her whole thing again in a different way. But that's beside the point. Anyway.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh, you have a girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Oh yeah. It is later, isn't it? Well, I want to at least finish up the case.
Order.
The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps the detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
So you want me to hold on to the thinker for you? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take out the clockwork, sorry.
9... Wait, what did that say? 9 what? That was like AM though, right? That was in the morning? That was in the morning, I'm pretty sure. The murder happened at like 9 PM, so that was a different time. I think it makes clear that clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at our hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. Was that Storgan? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
Should we have seen it before? That would make sense. Do the hints have any objection, Mr. Wright?
Yes, my friend made the clock. It's one of a kind. The witness claims she had seen it before. This directly contradicts the piece of evidence already submitted to the court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce the evidence that will prove the witness had not seen it before.
I mean, it's just this itself. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time. You went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse me. Excuses not on sale today.
Oh.
What? You sagging?
What's it to you, you porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear.
Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor, let me explain the truth of the matter.
Okay, finally I get to do it.
Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. Miss had never held the clock in her hand, however, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Have a look at this.
Oh, that,
I found this in Miss May's room. So it can't actually be submitted into evidence. But, we'll pretend like it can.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is that you clearly found with a warrant and didn't just barge in there and take it.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not?
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that a witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone?
Absolutely.
Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not.
Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple.
what?
The cell phone. Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while? Well, there's something I want you to hold on to me. Again, what is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like a statue.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, please answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's not fair. All of you are ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl? Is that it? Is that it? Oh,
Having the crocodile tears now? That did it. The court's seen real Miss May, April May now. Now to deal her the final blow.
So wait, she was the one who did it in the first place?
Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tapping irrelevant?
He's saying exactly what F wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
Yeah, is she just really the Mr. White guy?
Well, the court does not condone the defense's tone of voice. He has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with the murder, even though that you tapped her phone?
Ha, I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer,
I saw that evil grin. You're probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Darn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who thought that. And of course I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way? I say way, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night. Why? That's just when I was getting room service from the sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee.
Think I'm making this up? Ask bellboy.
Go. The witness was not at the scene at the time of the murder.
Shoo, where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, committed her murder.
No, they're going to let her walk away. There's no way I can win unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to ask the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk in quite low enough already.
Object to calling the boy Bill.
What? Why? What's your reason?
Because I hold that wiretapping had enough to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness.
Condition?
If Miss... the only thing you know about this game is the judge likes throwing away evidence. I mean, for right now in the game, so far, Phoenix has illegally gotten evidence that he probably shouldn't be allowed to submit legally by courtroom laws, so it's a little weird for that stuff, but, you know. If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you recognize that Miss May was not the killer, that she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Frey. That is my condition.
What? Better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do?
I know, sir. She's really a meh.
I made her talk with such a weird voice at the first thing.
Understood. I accept your condition.
Fool. You fell right into my trap.
Uh-oh. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Why is he still at? Yes, sir. I've received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
That T-shirt looks rather heavy, sir. Without further ado, witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir. I'm the head bellboy at the Gateway Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest Miss May. She asked for iced coffee to be brought at her to her at 9 on the dot, sir.
9 on the dot?
I brought her to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin cross-examination. Right. I'm ready. I hope this is it. If I can prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished.
The receipt. Wait, can I read what's on this receipt? A department store receipt? Never mind. Wait, a department store receipt still though? But it could have been tacked on the other A there.
Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely, see.
How can you be so certain?
I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in a stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remember her quite well, sir.
Yes, what then?
9 on the dot.
9 on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed that in detail several times. She was watching a program on TV and she wished to drink after she finished, sir.
9 o'clock, the time of the murder.
Yeah, she said she was looking out the window. I brought it to her at the precisely requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
This bellboy wouldn't have any reason to lie, but I have to find something to use as a testimony.
But which part do I call out? Like, I know some of these parts sound shady, I'm just not sure what part I want to call out first.
Sure as herself.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. As in... So very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, I brought the room service, sir. She, the guest, sir, favored me with an embrasser, sir.
Embrasser? Is that French for embrace?
He gave it to Miss May herself, then Miss May couldn't see outside the window. After all, she saw she was in the hallway. Yeah, I know that part. I'm just not sure what evidence I want to bring. Like, what part do I show? Do I show the window plans or something, or do I just press that more? It's French for kiss, sir, but not French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was monumentally swayed by my plume de marin, sir. As a moment I shall never forget ever, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it?
That's not it. I could have done more. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. Oh, wait, yeah, we were still going? We weren't doing that?
It is a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen, can I? Wait, please wait.
Yes, does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Oh no, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all.
Okay, this is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? The bed was made. Check in room service. He said he checked her in himself. What do I ask? He checked her in himself. We have a receipt from a department store. And that name is probably just supposed to be May. Doesn't say what time on that. We have the floor plan, but that doesn't really do anything. The glass shards are still kind of weird here. My attorney badge, show that to him. I only have one question. I feel like bed making isn't important. I feel like it's room service or the check-in. I'll try the check-in. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Tell me about the check-in. Tell me about when you checked in, Miss May.
Oh, alright. Very well, sir. My first thought that she was a beautiful person. She was just my type of girl, so it was really a disappointment.
I see. Excuse me, what exactly was a disappointment?
Well, I'm not one without charm, sir, but even I have a little chance with her lover there.
What did he say? What did you say?
Rather, quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person?
I object. That was objectionable.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see.
Why'd you not mention to this in your first testimony?
Well, sir, you see, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
You fool.
I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room.
That's right, sir.
Your Honor, we've just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Miss Edgeworth?
And who, Mr. Wright? Who is the other person?
Simple. It was.
Wait, what?
The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in that room at the time of the murder.
My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late.
Too late. I suppose you'd like it if that was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the prisons to the other man from this court.
Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are
are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understand now?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
That is all for today, for the trial of Mayor Fay. Court is adjourned.
Beat him. September 7th, 2:24 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. We still didn't find the actual killer, though.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know?
Then again, that other turn you was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sends shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard that they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man.
You think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis.
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. Dodged an attack that ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center. It's up to me to set her free.
Yeah, I guess the room floor proof thing is a to be continued. I was wondering where that song was from. That little chime sound. I guess it's from this game. Either way, I went overtime a bit. I mean, since I had to start late, I ended up doing 3 hours anyway, so it kind of worked out. But we're gonna end things here then for the day. And I can go eat dinner, because I'm really hungry. I think solving puzzles with people is fun. And you were helping me think through some of the logic there, John, so I appreciate it. So for anyone who dropped in, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed something. Or at least had some fun. I think it's a pretty cool game. I'll be happy to play more tomorrow. I'm kind of curious how long some of these parts are going to be. Hopefully they'll be, like, decently long, but we have 3 games to go through, so I'm probably going to get some time. We killed 3 hours on that at least. There's at least a lot of talking. Anyway, hope everyone has a good day. We'll see you tomorrow for
some more of the detective, so we can do detecting things.
When am I going to get out of the detention center, though?
Never. We're just gonna keep you in there. It'll be fine. Anyway, bye.